Yeah, really excited. You know, it's obviously a massive club and an opportunity that I couldn't really turn down, and I'm just really excited to play and, you know, get started with the team. So yeah, it still hasn't sunk in, to be honest, and I don't think it will for the next few days, and until we've played a few games, until I've got to meet everyone, it won't have sunk in, and I'm just really excited and looking forward to it, and it's a massive opportunity for me, so I'm really excited.
I don't think that's what he's thinking. I think that's an 18-year-old who's been thrust into a situation he doesn't want to be in. I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, what the hell happened there? 1 minute I'm a Leeds United player, going into my second full season in the first team to potentially be helping to take us to the Premier League, and now I'm sitting here in a Tottenham shirt. Narrowly, it could have been a Brentford shirt. I can't believe it. I'm sure there are lots of Leeds fans out there, many Leeds fans thinking, what the hell is going on? Of all the players that we could lose, that we were expecting to lose, we didn't expect this young man to go. And I know Parag Maratha spoke at the end of last season and said, look, we can't guarantee anybody's going to stay, but you've got to understand the culture of a football club. You know, you're a custodian, you're holding the keys for a period of time to a club. You have to realise that letting go homegrown talent, a generational star, after only one season of football is bonkers. And the more I hear anybody talking about release clauses and all this nonsense, it's rubbish, because there's always a way around everything. If you want something to happen, you make it happen. So for me, I don't accept it. And again, this PSR nonsense that people are spouting, that's not for us fans to spout. I keep hearing streamers talking about these stupid ideas about the fact that we have to be balanced in our views. I watch football like a kid. Football is my entertainment. I talk about money and funds all day long in my day job. When it comes to being a football fan, I concentrate on who's at my club, who's leaving my club, who's coming to my club, and how that sets us up for our future. And I support this team to win. And I want good players to stay in Leeds United shirts. And this young man should not be leaving. There's too many voices out there of people. I mean, I'm listening to streamers sat in their mum's spare room, you know, talking about having a balanced view and how we should consider, you know, the finances of the club and all this utter rubbish. You know, I'm a football fan. I'm not interested in that sort of talk. I heard one the other day comparing the transfer fee we received for Archie Gray to that of Federico Chiesa, the Juventus player and Italian international. He was saying that we received a better transfer fee for our player, Archie Gray, than they're asking for Federico Chiesa. What the streamer neglected to consider is the fact that Chiesa is on €7.5 million a year or pounds a year salary, and Archie Gray, you know, we're talking the difference between 180 grand a week and 5 grand a week. Slightly different scenario. They're trying to get a chunk of their wage bill off. Anyway, that's the last time I want to mention finances, because there's enough voices out there doing that, isn't there? All these streamers, our football club using it as an excuse. Not acceptable as far as I'm concerned. There are ways around keeping the players you want to keep and losing the players you feel you need to lose. And Archie Gray is not a player we should be losing. My last mention of finances, other than what I'm going to read you in press releases, is my partner is American, so I spend quite a lot of time in the States. So I watch quite a bit of American sport as well. They don't talk about finances every 5 seconds. You never hear an American fan or pundit talk about a top player leaving a team because of balancing the books. You just don't hear that nonsense. You don't hear that rubbish. Just not even uttered. They talk about the drafts, of course, but it's not centred around money. It's centred around performance. So here it is, the Leeds United ChatGPT press release. They're getting as many buzzwords in here as possible, trying to appease as many people as possible and make as many excuses as they can without calling them excuses. This is what they open with. Understanding the attraction of Premier League and European football, the club, with a heavy heart, agreed the transfer. So what they're basically saying there is it wasn't their decision. Without saying it wasn't our decision, they're saying, in those words, they're saying it's all Archie Gray's fault. They go on to say, but the move has strengthened the board's resolve to ultimately return Leeds to a position where it can meet the footballing ambitions of even its brightest stars. So they're basically saying that Archie didn't believe our ambitions were high enough. So which I'm quite amazed by an American-owned club that they're actually saying something like that. Well, I think they're unintentionally saying that. Whilst we understand that supporters will be hugely disappointed to lose... so I've got a bit of background music for this, something rousing. Here we go. Whilst we understand that supporters will be hugely disappointed to lose such a homegrown talent and a family name so synonymous... Crikey, they're rubbing it in here, aren't they? And a family name so synonymous with Leeds United, the move improves the club's chances to compete for automatic promotion next season by increasing our ability to build a competitive squad within the league's financial control regulations. Now, I've got to take umbrage with this because I don't know how you guys feel, but last season we had the squad to win the league. We used all the excuses under the sun that Ipswich and Leicester... record-breaking teams, and had they not been around, which they were, but had they not been around, we would have got promoted on 91 points. You have to beat what's in front of you. I couldn't believe all these excuses we kept making about our points tally. I mean, it's like shut up about the points tally, because you've got two teams ahead of you that have done much better, and one of them has got a much less powerful squad than you have. I tell you, but rather than make excuses, why don't we talk about the fact that we shit the bed against QPR, and that we lost at home to Blackburn Rovers, and that against all of the so-called lesser teams who sat in a low block against us, we played the same formation and the same game plan as every other match. How about we talk about that? The fact that we didn't diversify enough to attack the wings, get balls in the box and score goals. We didn't give Mateo Joseph enough of a chance. We didn't attack wings. We played to Crescentio Somerville's strengths, which at times makes complete sense, but not all the time because it's predictable. Why don't we question Daniel Farke's persistence with not making any substitutions? On that point, actually, anybody notice a similarity between Gareth Southgate and Daniel Farke? Same system, same mentality, teams sitting in low blocks against you but not changing things, and sitting with it and sitting with it and sitting with it and hoping and praying that you're going to get a result. Just saying. So anyway, that's the cold-hearted, to the point press release from Leeds United. But I have a scoop for you. Got some footage of the final footage of Archie Gray leaving Thorpe Arch, heading for Tottenham Hotspur. There you go.
Hey, we must have gotten the pick of the litter. Look, everyone's come out to see him off.
Didn't know there was quite so many nuns working at Leeds United, but you get the point. So here's the Tottenham statement. Just pop that up for you. Very short and to the point. I'll read it to you, just so you've heard it. Here we go. Woo, gotcha, you slags. Whoop, 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 smash down your doors for a future England ledge. You bunch of numpties got swallowed whole. Had your pants down for a few bottles and stoppers. Heard you were a little bit skint, so he sent in the senior money muncher Daniel and came out with an absolute killer dustbin lid. Absolute touch. I think you guys get the point I'm hammering home. God, they must be laughing at us, mustn't they? I mean, if I was a Spurs fan... Oh, talking of streamers' opinions, streamers in spare bedrooms' opinions, heard another one say the other day that Archie Gray isn't very good in the air. So, lucky we got rid of him, really, then, didn't we? Just a note for you. Luka Modric, he's not particularly good in the air either. Just saying. he isn't very good in the air. Sorry this video's been a bit downhearted, but to be honest with you, I think we should be downhearted. We should be very downhearted. And there isn't an awful lot this club can do to make me feel much better about it. At the end of the day, a homegrown English talent, part of the Gray family, has left Leeds United after one season. And that's it. End of conversation. So I'm hoping my future videos will be a little bit more upbeat. But unfortunately I'm ending this one as it is. And that's just the way it goes. If you want to support me, like, subscribe, all of that sort of stuff, put a comment down below. Be nice. Don't be mean. Be honest, but don't be mean. We're all allowed our opinions. Take the mickey out of them, but they're all valid. Well, unless they're not.